Hey, Shalom, Shalom. Hey, man, I'm here. This is the Apostle Ricard back with another impromptu video. And of course, we're going to start by saying all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, the word of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Barak Kol Akim Wa Akwaf, sincere folks of the hopeful elect. This is like in-transit impromptu video because after the camp, impromptu in-transit video. I'm here with the priest Sha'ah, my man.
Shalom, shalom.
And, you know, brother, you know, come on, man.
GMS, he has risen 144 is the name of my page. GMS, he has risen 144.
God, which y'all should already know this brother's page, man. He's always up there. You know, we're just getting back from the daytime Dallas camp. All right, and we were in transit, you know, making our way back toward the crib. So at the camp, it was a beautiful camp, man. All kind of heavy points were coming out, and it was spiritual, man. It was just a beautiful camp. Today at the daytime Dallas camp. Later tonight, you know, the main camp, you know, Elder Yashwamba, I believe Elder Ariala, Elder Yatzak, the other top elders of the Dallas camp will be down there this evening.
Elder Yashwamba's in Memphis.
Oh, Elder Yashwamba's out of town. Oh, I didn't even know. Okay, well, hey, the other elders and other brothers. Damn, okay, they'll be out there, so, you know. But the other elders tonight, the camp, it's like that 1-2. You know, we doing it. And then, of course, the Tuesday camp is still going, but we just coming back here from the daytime camp. So, a point that was made at the camp, we were making so many different points in the spirit, but it was a point, you brought the point up, brother. You can, with Moses, when we were led out Egypt by way of Moses, and then we got to the Red Sea.
Yeah, okay, I see. Okay, got you. Yeah, I know exactly what's brought up there. Yeah, so pretty much, if you was to look at that situation, if you was there in the wilderness, which a lot of us, I said wilderness, excuse me, they're part of the Exodus, which a lot of us were. But if you was to look at that situation from a carnal lens, from a carnal perspective, the Gulf of Suez, that part of the Red Sea in front of you, you have Pharaoh and his host behind you, which his host at that time was the top military in the world. You know, so you're encamped on both sides, and from a carnal perspective, you don't know where you're gonna go. That's where that trust in the Lord comes into play, because that's where standards happen. When you trust in the Lord, when things look grim, when things look dark, that's when the Lord lifts up that standard. You know, you gotta have that spirit that Moses was in around that time, because he gave everybody a pep talk. When you read that in Exodus the 14th chapter, you know, and right after he did that, the Lord lifted that standard and the Red Sea split. You know,
and well, you said it at the camp. It was the Lord always had if the Lord had not left and he elect, that's the scripture. Most of them niggas was freaking the fuck out.
Yep.
Once we crossed the Red Sea and got into the wilderness, then we found out niggas were niggas. That's when we found out. You see what I'm saying? So most of them niggas was talking shit. After everything, Pharaoh said, go ahead. But yo, you just saw the plagues upon Egypt. You just saw what the Lord did to these Egyptians.
That's right.
How that, like, for Yahweh Shai, it was nothing to take down a mighty world power. Really, the Egypt, oh my goodness, in a month or so, we're about to keep the Passover, which commemorates that day. So, people just don't believe that America could be taken down.
Right.
Donald Trump, and this nigga Trump, he's spreading himself awful thin. He's just, that dude, he's set up to destroy America.
Absolutely.
He is. He talking shit to Iran. And then Apostle Tahar always said, once America invades Iran, that's going to be it.
You see it. Wow.
You know what I mean?
Talking shit to NATO.
Talking shit to NATO. He ready to dissolve NATO.
Yep.
He want to take over Greenland.
He made threats against the NATO, saying if any of y'all get involved, then we gonna have a problem.
Yo, man, you never overmatch yourself.
Man.
That's a #1 rule in battle. You never overmatch yourself. Like, you know, with your standards, man. Like, okay, if I'm an amateur boxer, I'm still in the Golden Gloves. I'm I'm good, but I'm not gonna challenge fucking what's my man's name, Bud Crawford to a fight. Now I'm an amateur, and I might be pretty good. You know, I might have won the Golden Gloves, and I got talent. I'm good, but I'm still learning.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna call out Bud Crawford.
Man, Hell no.
You dig what I'm saying?
Hell to the no.
I'm not gonna call out even Mike Tyson. I'm not gonna call. Well, one idiot. See there, hey, that's Trump, and you know what? He's a Trump supporter. My man, Jake Paul. Jake Paul. He overmatches him. He with this.
Like
I'm using that. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Anthony Joshua beat the shit out that nigga.
Well, this is the thing. I don't care what nobody say. That Mike Tyson fiasco. That was nothing but a fiasco. Okay? He paid pretty much Mike Tyson. Yeah, he's older, right? But that Mike Tyson, prior to the fight, you seen that ferocity? He was still Mike. He was still dangerous. Mike Tyson took the payday. He took the bag. He sold out. He said, okay, I'll get in there and dance around with this kid, make him look good. That's all that was. That motherfucker even now can't beat Mike Tyson. Okay, that was a fiasco, man. Mike, in other words, Mike took the dive.
Jake Paul don't got good stamina either.
He don't. But then Anthony Joshua wasn't having it. Anthony Joshua, man, much respect to him. He said, look, man, fuck that. He said, okay, you want to fight? We're going to fight, but it's going to be for real. Yep. I'm not taking a dive. Because Joshua don't need your money. You know what I mean? So he's like, no, I'm not signing nothing. Bro, you want to fight me? We're going to fight.
After he got beat, he got his money taken anyway that he earned from the fight pretty much.
Yeah, because they fat. I almost said the F-bomb. But you see what I'm saying? This dude, Jake Paul, you know, which we believe he's a Jake, but he overmatched himself. Like, yo, you stepped into deep waters, man. So you never overmatch yourself. You don't do that. And that's what this dude Trump is doing.
What's the Trump doing?
Esau, he fucking with Canada. I mean, dude, America's surrounded.
Right.
All these nations that you starting shit with, that's not a good move. Come on, man, but it's prophecy. It's prophecy, Nick. You see what I'm saying? So the prophecies are going to take place whether you want them to or not.
Absolutely.
That's just the way that's going, man. What do the scripture says? But the fearful and unbelieving shall not inherit the kingdom of the Most High. So we went back to the Gulf of Suez when those armies were bearing down on us. There was folks that was tripping out, but then some folks stayed faithful, man.
Absolutely.
And then what happened? The Spirit of the Lord worked through Moses to split the Red Sea, and we was able to go through. And then once all Israel got through, the Lord allowed the Egyptians to get up in there and start coming through the passage that Israel had.
Yeah.
But then once Israel was all out the water, once all the Israelites out the water, what happened?
Yeah, man, can you imagine how that looked?
You know, the
from
terror.
The Egyptians' perspective? God.
Brother, yeah, I be trying to.
Shit.
I mean, I don't want to put myself in their perspective.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? Just,
No, but you get out of curiosity.
Absolutely. You know, for the movie's sake.
You there?
Movie's sake.
You there, boy? You see them balls of water? And that mother, the niggas started screaming like bitches.
Yeah, man.
Drowned.
How high those walls of water probably were, and you're right there on dry ground thinking you good. And that shows it. If I may, man, Pharaoh was so determined to get Jake because he was an enemy to the Israelites. He's an enemy to the God of the Israelites. If you're an enemy to that God, I know if I was Pharaoh, I would not want to follow behind in that water.
Nope.
That's how you know he was determined. He was like, no, fuck that. He had a hard on for getting Jake because that nigga said, fuck that, I'm finna go in this water too. Knowing you the enemy of these people.
First of all, that's the pride of the
That's
sea.
right, that's the pride.
Yo, man, I wouldn't have went in the water.
Hell no.
If I was Pharaoh,
I was Pharaoh,
you wouldn't have.
Man, what?
That showed the other nations the Spirit of the Lord ain't with them.
Absolutely.
Dude, you see, there was a wall of fire that was holding them back.
Come on, bruh.
So y'all couldn't see that. And then after the plagues,
wow.
Y'all couldn't. Man, but you know what? That applies to the other nations too.
Yeah,
Isaiah 29 and 10. For the Lord hath poured upon you the spirit of deep sleep.
That's right.
And have closed your eyes. Your prophets and your rulers. That applies to Israel, but it also applies to the other nations too.
Yep.
It does. Because, bro, if I was Pharaoh, first of all, after the plagues, I just leave them motherfuckers. We're going to take this L. We lost our slaves.
Right. He goes into how he has snares set up for the wicked. Well, that was a snare there. Like a snare is there to trap you in, to lure you in. Like a mouse trap is a snare to a mouse. Little cheese right there. And we were the cheese.
Good.
And it led him right there to the water closing in, man.
Good. Pharaoh should have just took the L.
Yep. Man, shit, if he was wise.
But he wasn't trying to take that L.
That's right, it's pride.
He said, fuck that. Fuck that.
Oh, shit.
Let's get them niggas.
That's what he felt.
After what happened.
Man, crazy.
The waters turned to blood. There was locusts, all kind of shit. The firstborn of all, man. I'm like, look, man, we ain't fucking with that God of the Israelites. All of our Egyptian gods couldn't save us.
Even the Canaanites closed up Jericho.
God.
They was like, nah, we heard what he did.
Yeah. They knew Israel was fed because of the power that backed us.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? No, we ain't fucking with them. No, we ain't doing that.
Right.
We're not gonna do that.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, okay, here you go. Mm-hmm. And that's gonna happen all over again. That dumb bitch that Nate was having an interview with. He was talking about back then. That was for those, but fuck her. But you know what? That same bitch, the Lord is about to, you black women are already feeling it, man. I tell you what, Isaiah 32:9, we are in that prophecy now. Every morning when I wake up, I cut on this phone and YouTube, and you got black women on the internet crying. What's the new word? Crashing out. Mm-hmm. On the internet, crashing out. I just got evicted, and I don't know what I'm gonna do. Me and my kids. You know, them crocodile tears. Like, hey, baby girl, I don't know what to tell you. Mm-hmm. Where's your man?
Exactly. Your pride has been your snare, girl.
Yeah. You got okay, there's always my kids. Okay, well, where your baby daddy's at?
Right. Hey, where's Zaddy?
Where's Zaddy? Where your baby daddy's at? You worried about how you gonna feel? Well, where they daddies at?
Right.
Where they daddies? Call them dudes like, hey, you got to come get your son. You got to come get your daughter. I can't take care of, right? But that's not gonna happen. Them niggas ain't coming to get them kids.
They still looking for the milk. They trying to find that milk for 3 years.
But faith. So, like the whole thing, we brought up the thing with the Egyptians and Moses, right? Faith.
Faith, absolutely.
Because the MOTB, well, brother, you explained it best. I think you did just now, and at the camp, you explained it too. That we come the day of temptation. Yeah. We all gonna be tested. Because if you don't got the MOTB, you ain't gonna be able to get nothing, man. You ain't gonna be able to get no gas for your car, no food, no this, that, the third. Now, the ones of us that remain faithful, we ain't gonna take the MOTB.
That's right.
So it's that same moment all over again. You know, hey, man. And then what that scripture say? When the enemy shall come in as a flood, hey, some of us gonna get snatched up. Certain brothers might have to be put to death. Certain brothers already been put to death for this word. Like, it's gonna get rough, man. And we're gonna have to really rely. We're gonna be back at that same moment all over again of being at the Gulf of Suez, spiritually.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean? So this thing is about keeping it real, the faith of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah.
Come on, boss.
Hey, you want to add something? We'll close it out.
Man, yeah, the water, man. Yeah, because when you look, I've been really meditating on the time period of the Exodus to the wilderness, even us crossing over the Jordan into the land of Jericho, or the Holy Land. You know, and the common theme that you find of what the Lord required is obedience. You know, when you listen to those situations and those stories of how Jake bucked up in the wilderness and they kept continuing to complain when the Lord gave them a list of instructions of all they would have to do in order to be good, Jake complained to the point where that first generation from 20 and up, that military wasn't even able to make it. You know what I'm saying? And then when we crossed over into the Holy Land after we crossed over the Jordan, the Lord was very specific on those details on how he wanted us to do it. From crossing over to Jericho, from the keeping of the Passover, all the way into the circling around Jericho. He was very detailed on how he wanted it done. And those that actually listened to those details were actually reserved. Because as soon as there was an error, and when you go into that account in Joshua, I'm actually reading that right now, why it's fresh on my mind. As soon as Jake went off, they started dying. Right after what took place, Achan, who was the Judite, What did he do? The Lord told Jake not to take any clothing from them, not to take any of those accursed things.
No spoils.
No spoil. Just take gold and silver and dedicate that to me, and that's it. But anything else, don't take it. And immediately what he did was he took it, and Jake started dying. And they wondered why they started dying. After we were victorious all the way going into the, you know what I'm saying? We were victorious from a long time, pretty much.
Yep.
You know? But ultimately it was because we were disobedient. And the Lord is addressing obedience. He's rewarding obedience, I'd rather say. And he is addressing disobedience right now. Because we live in a time, like you said, Apostle. So like, I don't want to overtalk.
No, you ain't over-talking me, brother. Go ahead, man.
For sure, no doubt. But pretty much like you said, we're in a time right now where we're about to cross our Red Sea. And if you're not obedient unto his will, then you are going to die the fuck off. Just like Jake died off in the wilderness because of their disobedience. You know, you're going to die the fuck off. You know, so better take heed to what the Lord is saying pertaining to obedience. Obey his words. Obey his commandments. Be locked in the spirit. Obey order. Be in order. And that's going to take you a long way. The scriptures say that. You know? Yep.
Hey, well, you know what? We'll end it on this. That's it, man. What this brother said, this priest, was heavy, man. It resonated in my spirit because what this brother saying about obedience takes you a long way. Don't double down in your wickedness, man.
That's right.
Like Bishop Nathaniel. Yeah, I must go there. What he's doing, he's not being obedient. He's doubling down in his wickedness. So at some point, whatever the Lord gonna do with him, the Lord gonna do with him. Yep. But you know what? The way it looks, it don't look like he gonna make it, man.
Leatherneck right now. His skin look like leather, like snake skin.
Con. He look like a demon, and he sounds like a demon. And that nigga know better. So for him, it's not looking good. That's the main point I wanted to make.
Counterpulse.
Right? Because he's just doubling down.
Absolutely. Yeah, he's hardening his heart.
He's not being obedient. He's not being obedient.
Not being obedient.
I love the way you put that. That was beautifully put. It'll take you a long way, man. Just do what you're supposed to do in the spirit of Yahushua, man. That's it. But dudes like him ain't doing that. They're doing the opposite. Because he don't give a fuck.
That's right.
You know?
That's right.
Yep. So with that, man, I just wanted to make that point. Hey, man, me and the priest, Shah, we just wanted to make them quick points. Right quick, man. And Lord willing, man, you know, we'll be back with more videos, man. All right? And shalom to you. Barak Kol Akim Wa Agwav of the Hope of the Lip. Shalom to y'all, man, okay?
Shalom.
Shalom.